of Information Science and Technology, China. And I would like to warmly welcome each of you to the first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China and Bangladesh 2025, organized by the Bangladesh-China Youth Student Association, BCYSA, and supported by the School of Fashion at Wuhan Textile University, China, as well as Uttara University and Exim Bank Agricultural University, Bangladesh, and media partner Ajker Patrika. This forum will facilitate knowledge exchange, encourage collaboration, and explore innovation ideas to strengthen the relationship between China and Bangladesh. This forum brings together experts and students from both countries to discuss and develop concepts that can contribute to sustainable development and innovation across sectors, including education, culture, trade, technology, fashion, and more. On behalf of the forum, I wish each of you a pleasant and productive session with our 6 proposal presenters and 6 keynote speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the opportunity to gain diverse insights from our fellow delegates. Before starting our session, please welcome Dr. Mohammad Munirujjaman Shihab, the General Secretary of BCYSA, who will deliver the forum's welcome speech. Please welcome Dr. Mohammad Munirujjaman Shihab.
Thank you. Thank you, Shoaib Tasneem. Assalamu alaikum. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. Distinguished guests, respected professors, talented speakers, and most importantly, our honorable participants, good evening. As the General Secretary of Bangladesh-China Youth Student Association, it's my absolute privilege to extend my warm welcome to you all to this significant event, the first Belt and Road Forum for the advancement of China and Bangladesh relations. Since the establishment of Bangladesh-China Youth Student Association in 2016, our organization has been dedicated to strengthening the ties between Bangladesh and China through the collective efforts of students and professionals. Our devoted volunteers continuously work to help Bangladeshi students with education, cultural exchange, and other issues. Today's forum is a testament of our shared vision of collaboration, innovation, and mutual growth. We are honored to have with us renowned professors from various universities, as well as talented postgraduates who will present their insightful proposal to our forum that are crucial to the development of Bangladesh-China relations. Your presence and contribution today will undoubtedly pave the way for deeper understanding and cooperation between our two nations. As we gather here, let us remind that the Belt and Road Initiative is not just about infrastructure and trade. It is about building a bridge of friendship, knowledge, and shared prosperity. Together, we can build a future where Bangladesh and China are strong allies. Once again, thank you for joining us. Let us work together to foster stronger ties and a brighter future for both of our nations. And I wish you all a fruitful and engaging forum. Thanks again. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammad Munirujjaman Shihab, for your inspiring speech. Now, please welcome Dr. S.M. Minhas from the School of Fashion at Wuhan Textile University, BCYSA Vice President and Team Leader of the Belt and Road Training Academy, to share his special remarks about the forum. Please welcome Dr. S.M. Minhas.
Thank you, Ms. Swaiba Tasneem. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone attending this first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China and Bangladesh Relations 2025. At first, I'd like to thank BCYSA for organizing this forum and give special thanks to School of Fashion, Wuhan Textile University, China, Uttara University, Bangladesh, and Exim Bank Agriculture University, Bangladesh for their support. I also appreciate Asker Potrika as your media partner. This forum aims to promote better cooperation between China and Bangladesh with new scopes as part of Belt and Road countries. We are focusing on innovative development ideas proposed by our excellent scholars associated with Chinese University and provide suggestions from highly professional keynote speakers from China and Bangladesh. I want to extend my special thanks to Professor Tao Hui, Dean of the School of Fashion, Wuhan Textile University, Sustainable Fashion Academic Expert, for participating in this forum. As a keynote speaker, I also like to thank Professor Govinda Goswami, Vice Chancellor, Uttara University, Bangladesh, Professor Saifur Rahman, an independent textile education expert from Bangladesh, Professor M.D. Ruvel Mahmood from Patuakhali Science and Technology University, Bangladesh, Dr. M.D. Sultanul Islam from Uttara University, Bangladesh, and Dr. Miraz Ahmed from School of Economics at Guangdong University in China for their contribution as keynote speaker. I would like to conclude my speech by expressing my gratitude to the proposal presenters who will share their ideas for the advancement of China and Bangladesh relations. I wish the successful completion for this forum. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Mihas, for your appreciative speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin our forum session with our proposal presenter. Let's welcome Dr. Mohammad Mustafa Uddin Helal, Postdoctoral Fellow, Shaanxi Agricultural University, Shaanxi, for his proposal presentation. Please welcome Dr. Mustafa Uddin Helal for your presentation.
Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Mohammad Mustafa Uddin Hilal, Postdoctoral Research Fellow, Shaanxi Agriculture University in China. Today, I'm going to present importance of marker-assisted selection through multi-omics in agriculture, rapeseed, a case study and its prospect in Bangladesh. Marker-assisted selection is an indirect selection process where a trait of interest is selected based on markers like the DNA and RNA variation, which can link to trait of interest, and like the quality and quantity traits, disease resistance, and abiotic stress, which can give the comprehensive understanding about the crop germplasm resource, whole genome, and association with the different complex traits. So by using different multi-omics approaches, we can select the markers like a genome-wide association study, which can connect the genomic SNP with the agronomic traits. Also can use the haplotypes approach for this purpose, and also can use the transcriptome-wide association study, which can connect the genomic SNP and gene expression. And also can we use the weighted gene co-expression network to link the agronomic traits and the gene expression. And finally, we can combine all these things to improve the target traits of breeding purpose in crops. So in that case, we choose the rapeseed, a case study, because of this crop is very popular and common for China and Bangladesh. Rapeseed is the second largest oilseed crop in the world, which have two importance, specifically breeding purpose and economic. In breeding purpose, in China, specifically the North China, so Southern China, they follow the rice and rapeseed cropping pattern. For this cropping pattern, early mature variety is one of the major breeding goal for the breeders. And also the low seed glucosinolated content is one of the important purpose for the rapeseed. For this purpose, for early maturing variety, we choose two different traits like the days to flowering and flowering period, and we got a very good result to do the to obtain the early matured variety using SNP based and haplotype based GWAS in multiple environments. And the important result in chromosome A01, we found a novel region with the very good flowering locus D genes and one stable locus in the chromosome A10 with the important flowering locus C genes. And after combining different multi-omics approaches, we got two important genes in flowering time pathway, which can help us to obtain early mature rapeseed variety. Later, we also use different methods like associative transcriptomics, and we use the SNP gene expression marker and transcript expression marker to obtain the low seed glucosinolated genes to make the low GSL rapeseed. And in here, interestingly, we found known genes which can help us to reduce the GSL level is MOIB domain protein. There are prospects in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, the growing demand for edible oils with annual consumption is reaching approximately 2 million tons, and of which we import 1.83 million of tons, which is very scary for our economy. So for this purpose, as an agricultural country in Bangladesh, we also follow the cropping pattern of rice, rapeseed, and rice. In that case, we can adopt this type of marker-assisted breeding tools to get the sustainable early mature variety with the low GSL to fill this oil deficit by following this cropping pattern in Bangladesh. Thanks for your patience. Any question, please?
Thank you, Dr. Hila, for your wonderful presentation. Now, we would like to invite our honorable keynote speaker, Professor Tao Hui, Dean of the School of Fashion at Wuhan Textile University, China. Professor Tao will discuss on how to set up cooperation based on cross-culture and fashion sustainability. Please welcome Professor Tao.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Professor.
So, can I start my presentation?
Yeah, sure, Professor.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, organizers from the Bangladesh China Youth Students Association, and dear students. I'm very pleased to be the keynote speaker of the first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China and Bangladesh Relations 2025. China's Belt and Road Initiative is a global framework that offers transformative opportunities for international collaboration. Therefore, this forum will potentially impact new thinking from different perspectives to implement cooperation among countries. School of Fashion, Wuhan Textile University, as China's top 10 famous fashion school, is actively collaborating on educational development among Belt and Road countries to promote the sustainable growth of the fashion industry. So far, we have cultivated more than 100 international students of fashion design, many of them excellent students from Bangladesh, who have grown up to be the backbone of the fashion education field. Today, I will focus on how to set up cooperation based on cross-culture and fashion sustainability. As we confront the environmental and social challenges of today's fashion industry, it's crucial to recognize the potential of these cross-cultural partnerships. Each one of us, as part of this forum, has a role to play in promoting the Belt and Road Initiative to foster sustainable practice that span countries, cultures, and the industry. The Belt and Road Initiative, which aims to connect China with Asia, Africa, and Europe through infrastructure, trade, and cultural exchange, provide a unique platform for sustainable fashion cooperation. Bangladesh is one of the top fashion exporters after China. And this is a powerful aspect of building bridges between both cultures and facilitating mutual economic and social development with cooperation in terms of fashion that is inclusive, sustainable, and respectful of both global and local needs. Based on cross-cultural cooperation, we can develop new platforms internationally to foster sustainability of fashion industry. Firstly, create a global fashion ecosystem by creating a common platform of open communication among industry leaders, designers, artisans, educators, and policymakers under the Belt and Road Initiative. This communication should be centered on understanding each culture's sustainable practice. In the context of sustainable fashion, collaborative countries can cooperate on sustainable sourcing of materials, fair labor practice, as well as school enterprise cooperation for talent cultivation. This kind of partnership promotes transparency and traceability while also respecting the unique contributions of each culture and contributes to the healthy development of the local industry economy as well. Last year, November, as a bridge, we connected China's famous company, Linbo Cixin Corporation Limited, a global leader in knitting machinery and technology, with BGMEA Fashion Technology University, the well-known fashion school in Bangladesh. Cixin not only successfully hosted the Bangladesh Night, the big event in Dhaka, but also explored cooperation with BUFT in high-end talent in the field of the knitting industry in the future. Secondly, combining traditional knowledge and frontier technology creates an opportunity to combine traditional knowledge of sustainable practice with modern technological innovations. By mutual learning, both countries can share and promote the use of traditional resources with new ideas. When communities participate in shaping the fashion industry, they also preserve their cultural identities, creating an ecosystem where tradition and sustainability coexist. For example, traditional plant dyeing is friendly to the environment, which will benefit sustainable fashion as one of the intangible cultural heritage. So how can we retain the uniqueness of the traditional skills? Meanwhile, to make it industrialization. So we should uphold the understanding of culture, utilizing modern technology to promote innovation and the development of national and local culture. Finally, the education system can play a vital role in ensuring the long-term success of sustainable fashion. As we strive for cross-cultural cooperation, we must invest in knowledge-sharing programs that promote the understanding of sustainable fashion practice across borders. This can include workshops, design schools, and online platforms that offer training in both the environmental and cultural aspects of fashion. Actually, since 2011, we have developed the collaborations on sustainability education with over 10 international universities. Therefore, we have foundation and enthusiasm to carry out more broader and deeper collaborations on sustainability education. This forum is a platform to share knowledges from a cross-cultural perspective, which will enrich our knowledge with diversity and help develop relations between the two countries. The School of Fashion, Wuhan Textile University, is happy to support this forum and will engage future collaborative works. Wishing this forum a great success. Thank you.
You're very welcome, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation and wonderful speech. Now,
Thank you.
we would like to welcome, ma'am. Now, we would like to invite our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. Muhammad Sultanul Islam, Associate Professor and Dean, School of Civil Environment and Industrial Engineering, Uttara University, Bangladesh. Dr. Islam will discuss on cultural exchange and integration. Please welcome Dr. Muhammad Sultanul Islam.
Good afternoon and good evening in China. Assalamu alaikum, esteemed guests, organizers from the Bangladesh China Youth Student Association, fellow speakers, and dear students. It is an honor to be present at first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China-Bangladesh Relations 2025. I am representing Uttara University, which was established in 2003, 22 years back, and currently one of the fastest growing private universities in Bangladesh. Founded by Professor Dr. M. Azizur Rahman and his wife, Professor Dr. Yasminara Lekha, who is the current Vice Chancellor of Uttara University. In Uttara University, we have 5 schools, 14 departments, and 40 programs. As the Dean of the School of Civil, Environment, and Industrial Engineering, we have 3 departments: Department of Civil Engineering, Department of Textile Engineering, and Department of Fashion Design and Technology, which is a very vibrant department. I am delighted to share my thoughts on the vital role of cultural exchange and integration in fostering stronger cooperation between China and Bangladesh. The relationship between our two nations has deep historical roots, strengthened through trade, education, and cultural interactions. The Belt and Road Initiative provides an excellent platform for further enriching this relationship through enhanced cultural cooperation. Culture is not just an expression of identity, but also a bridge that connects people, enhancing mutual understanding, respect, and collaboration. Bangladesh and China share a long history of interaction, marked by respect and mutual understanding. To the date, an enormous number of joint works
Sir, please unmute your microphone. We can't hear you. We are very sorry. Sorry to interrupt you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Probably there was some technical problems of my laptop. So can I start now?
Yeah, sure, sir. You can start. Okay.
esteemed guests, organizers from the Bangladesh-China Youth Student Association, fellow speakers, and dear students. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, good evening in China. It is an honor to be here at the first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China and Bangladesh Relations 2025. I am representing Uttora University, which was established in 2003, 22 years back, and now one of the fastest growing private universities in Bangladesh. Founded by Professor Dr. M. Azizur Rahman and his wife, Professor Dr. M. Yasminara Lekha, which is the current Vice Chancellor of our university. We have 5 schools, 14 departments, and 40 programs at Uttora University. As the Dean of the School of Civil, Environment, and Industrial Engineering, I am delighted to share my thoughts on the vital role of cultural exchange and integration in fostering stronger cooperation between China and Bangladesh. The relationship between our two nations has deep historical roots, strengthened through trade, education, and cultural interactions. The Belt and Road Initiative provides an excellent platform for further enriching this relationship through enhanced cultural cooperation. Culture is not just an expression of identity, but also a bridge that connects people, enhancing mutual understanding, respect, and collaboration. Bangladesh and China share a long history of interaction marked by respect and mutual understanding. To the date, an enormous number of joint works in various sectors has taken place. We have several faculty members at our university who have achieved higher education from China, both masters and PhD. Such a foundation provides a solid ground for cultural exchange that dives into the rich tapestry of our respective heritages. We must move beyond simply showcasing our traditions and actively engage in collaborative projects that enhance genuine understanding and academic prospect. One of the most effective ways to foster cultural integration is through education. Universities and academic institutions, both in China and Bangladesh, must work together to promote knowledge sharing initiatives. Joint academic programs, scholarships, and research collaborations will allow students to immerse themselves in different cultural experiences and develop a global mindset. Similarly, courses on the history, art, and heritage of both nations can be incorporated into university curriculums to enhance awareness and appreciation. As we move forward in our efforts to make deeper cooperation between China and Bangladesh, cultural exchange and integration must remain at the heart of our collaboration. By embracing each other's traditions, values, and artistic expression, we can create a stronger, more inclusive partnership that benefits both nations. I sincerely believe that today's forum will inspire new ideas and initiatives that will further strengthen the cultural, academic, and economic ties between China and Bangladesh. Uttora University is pleased to support this forum, to be a part of this forum and today's seminar, and we very much appreciate it in future collaboration with Chinese universities. Let us continue to build bridges of friendship through culture, education, and creativity, ensuring a prosperous future for both our nations. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. Now, let's welcome Dr. Tokir Hossein Mimo, a master's student at Harbin Medical University in Harbin, China, to present his proposal. Please welcome Dr. Tokir Hossein Mimo.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the floor to talk. Good evening, respected teachers and fellow seniors and my friends. I'll be talking and giving a proposal in health sector. The need for a nation advancing healthcare system through collaborative engagement. Bangladesh has made a huge progress in case of health sector till now in the last few decades. But still now, it lacks a lot of providing advanced investigations, management, and treatment to majority of its citizens, still now. So today I'll be talking about a machine which is very advanced and in China, widely used, extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, ECMO. We all know about dialysis machine of kidney, right? So in this machine works two ways. You can see here, this is a pump and this is a membrane oxygenator. We take out the blood and this works as a heart and this works as a lung. So if somehow you get a broken leg, what do? We ask the patient to take rest so that the person's bone heals. But if a person gets heart attack, we cannot let the person's heart to rest. Why? The heart needs to work 24 hours. But if we use this machine, we can give the heart rest. We slow down the heart and we let this machine work as a heart. As a result, this one will be pumping. So this machine is used when heart failure or heart attack. And this part is also used when you have severe pneumonia. When you have severe pneumonia, your lung is not getting enough, it is getting enough oxygen, but it cannot transfer enough oxygen to your body. So this machine is used mostly in respiratory failure and cardiac failure. So two systems, one machine. Availability in Bangladesh. The machine is very expensive and needs very highly trained doctors to run it. But now it is not so much available in Bangladesh. Only few tertiary hospitals are using it, like Apollo, United, National Heart Foundation Hospital, and NICVD, National Institute of Cardiovascular Diseases, and in Dhaka, which is government. So comparing to public and private, mostly public hospitals are not using it, private hospitals are using it. And the first time this machine was used in Bangladesh was in United Hospital, a case of refractory hypoxia and shock due to drug overdose successfully managed with ECMO, first time. And this was also uploaded in, it was a paper too. It was uploaded in Bangladesh Critical Care Journal. It was in 2022. And ECMO in China. China is first introduced with ECMO was in 2000, but till 2010, it was not used profusely. But after 2010, it was used widely because 2010, the healthcare system, tertiary hospitals were advanced. Availability and accessibility in China. Over here, you can see a chart. This chart is made based on 2 articles from PubMed by this doctor. You can see ECMO cases in 2016. ECMO cases means the cases which were handled by ECMO machine. It was around 500 in 2016. But in 2021, you can see it is over 10,000, and the number of centers. Centers means the hospitals which have ECMO machines in them to deliver or service to the patient. You can see a steep rise using ECMO machine in the hospitals. The cost of the machine is very high, 1.5 to 500 US dollars, and the treatment cost is 1,100 to 500 RMB. But in China also, the training are usually done to the urban hospitals, which are tertiary. In the rural areas, you don't find much. This is the membrane which works in the lung, and this is the one which works as a heart, and the machine is here. During the COVID time, it was the time when the China and the world understood how much ECMO is useful, because all the patients with COVID-19, most of them had a respiratory problem, and this machine helped them to manage. China right now is doing huge research and innovation in this machine so that they can make a smaller one, cheaper one, and suitable for using in rural areas. Bangladesh and China can collaborate in many ways to make ECMO accessible to both of the countries and also in the developing countries out of other places in the world, where we are benefiting both countries, where it can help us in technology sharing, cost reduction, and medical training. China's strength. China is very advanced in medical technology and is also developing the domestic ECMO production. And they're trying to be less dependent on the Western manufacturers. On February 8th of 2023, first time high performance and low cost ECMO was jointly developed by Peking Union Medical College Hospital and China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation. Bangladesh needs and potential. Bangladesh needs ECMO machines, but they don't produce, and they're always dependent on importing from Western areas or China. So it's very expensive and not accessible for majority of the patients in Bangladesh. Possible collaboration, joint ECMO production. Bangladesh and China could set up a manufacturing plant where in Bangladesh, if they're producing the machine, it will be with Chinese technology, it will be very accessible for most of the people in Bangladesh. Medical training and knowledge exchange. Challenges in Bangladesh. As I said earlier, we don't have these machines need highly trained doctors to run them. Bangladesh don't have that. As well as the private hospitals and the government hospitals don't have the machines either because of the price of it. How China can help us? Exchange programs where doctors from Bangladesh can come to China and they can be trained by the doctors in China, and on-site workshops. China can set up a hospital in Bangladesh and Bangladesh doctors will be trained over there by the Chinese doctors. It can be done offline and also online. Joint research and development. Both of the countries, Bangladesh and China, are having respiratory disease cases and heart cases. And as we have recently, just a few years ago, we had a pandemic of COVID-19. We never know, it might have something like COVID or something else where we might need this machine again. So possible areas of cooperation, what we can do, low-cost ECMO models. If we can produce low cost, it will be helpful not for Bangladesh and China only, it will be helpful for the other developing countries. And portable ECMO, the machine is very heavy and very big. If we can make a portable ECMO, it can be used in ambulances and field hospitals, which are set up for a short while for the emergency measurements. Government and business cooperation. We can have trade and policy agreements, reduce tariffs on the machines and the spare parts, and making them cheaper so that they're accessible very easily. Public-private partnerships, Chinese medical companies could invest in ECMO centers in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh hospitals can also make deals with the Chinese manufacturers where we can get ECMO at a very long time with a very cheap price. Both the present and the future is ECMO, because according to a very top newspaper, they say that by 2030, the market of ECMO will be around $450+ million. At the very end, I would like to say sharing knowledge with each other and caring for each other is the best way to grow together. Thank you for listening so far. If you have any questions, I would be delighted to answer. Thank you once again.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Dr. Bimo, for your wonderful presentation. Now, we would like to invite our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. Mohammad Rubil Mahmood, Professor, Department of Plant Pathology, Patuakhali Science and Technology University, Bangladesh. Professor Mahmood will discuss on bridging knowledge, Bangladesh-China relations under the Belt and Road Initiative. Please welcome Professor Mahmood. Professor Mahmood? Sir, please unmute your microphone.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can you show my, can you see my PPT?
Not yet, sir.
No?
Yes, sir. Now we can see your PPT.
Okay. Thank you for your introduction. Distinguished guests, esteemed professors from Bangladesh and China, dear organizers and the participants, very good evening to everyone and welcome to today's seminar. Firstly, I would like to give thanks to Bangladesh China Youth Student Association for arranging such wonderful event and bringing us together to participate this knowledge sharing program under the nice theme, fostering cooperation between China and Bangladesh. Today, I feel honored to be a part of this nice program and allow me to deliver a short speech to be discussed here that entitled Bridging Knowledge, Bangladesh-China Relations under the Belt and Road Initiatives. This just slide, I am going to share the brief information on Belt and Road Initiatives and its contribution to Bangladesh. This map showing the inter and intra connectivity of Silk Road and Maritime Silk Road among more than 150 countries in the world and the territories of China. And the goal of the Belt and Road Initiative is to boost international connectivity by enhancing infrastructure, trade, and economic cooperation. As you know, Bangladesh is the first country in the South Asia to join the Belt and Road Initiative in 2016. From then, China has been the Bangladesh largest trading partner for 12 consecutive years. Since Bangladesh joined the Belt and Road Initiative in 2016, bilateral trade has grown from 15.3 billion US dollars that shipped to 27.8 billion US dollars in 2022, which is the highest in the history. We know that China has already built 12 roads, 21 bridges, 27 power energy projects in Bangladesh, and the Chinese companies have created more than 550,000 jobs in Bangladesh. That's why we say that China is a very good friend in our country and for economy and investment as well. Here the figure shows that the export and import scenario in between China and Bangladesh. Just for your kind information, the year 2000 onwards, Bangladesh imported goods and expense near about $18 billion, but we are exporting very I think a very low amount of products to China. Even during the 2010 and 2019, here you see the Bangladesh has imported large amount of military arms from China compared to other countries. In addition, after entering to BRF, Belt and Road Forum, Bangladesh has establishing a good socio-cultural cooperation in between China and Bangladesh. Some projects are already finished, but some are ongoing under the different programs over time. Here you see the establishment of permanent cultural premises. They are establishing art gallery, sports ground, China-Bangladesh Center, Convention Center. They also try to cooperate with education exchange program for faculty members and the students. Under that program, interchange education program from high school to graduate level, China-Bangladesh educational conferences over time. Even some systemic dialogues, periodic dialogues for bureaucrats, government officials, development workers, corporate employees, and so on. Even they organized some review forums and investment summits in between two countries. Even they are investing in tourism sector in our country. They have some the flexibility in the visa processing and tourism favored programs. Maybe in future, China will do that. Recently, you know that the China Agricultural University has signed memorandum of understanding with some universities in Bangladesh. Recently, I did my PhD from University of Chinese Academy of Science in Beijing, and I also work on China Agricultural University. So I have a good collaboration with China Agricultural University. So the 2 months ago, 5 professors from China Agricultural University came to Patuakhali Science and Technology University and Sher Bangla Agricultural University for the MU signing program. So this can be highly benefited for the students, especially for the students as a scholarship program in master and PhD level, and the different training programs in between the 2 universities, or even the seminar and conferences they participate, and even the research collaboration in between these 2 universities in Sher Bangla Agricultural University, Dhaka, and Patuakhali Science and Technology University. And they are highly committed to exchange these programs and recruit some students as a scholarships. Even some CAS institute, you already know the Chinese Academy of Science, there are a lot of institutes throughout the China, and also the USTC. So they are also trying to sign for MU in different aspects in Bangladesh. For the participants, those who are studying now, I think for the undergraduate courses and the master's courses, there are lucrative subjects in Chinese education. Maybe the students can join in master's program in future or PhD program in future. There are a lot of subjects are very good in Chinese education, like international economics and trade, clinical medicine, computer science and technology, business administration, Chinese language and literature, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, architecture, robotics, automation, and the process engineering. Even for the master's and doctoral or postdoctoral level, you can see that there are a lot of institutes under the UCAS or even other universities in China for the basic science, even the molecular biology research, for the life science, and the medical and pharmaceutical research, engineering research. They are doing research in very high level in the world. So here you see in the developed country like United States of America, United Kingdom, Japan, they also expend high amount of money for their research. Even China also the same. So we have huge scope for the China for higher studies from our country. Even you see the contributions of top 10%, most of the cited papers published in 2021 by different discipline. Here you see that China is the topmost. You see the 20% in engineering and technology discipline, in the physical science, life science, clinical and preclinical and health science, economics. In every discipline, China has got the highest position now in the world. So we can say that the Chinese research is now in the world-class standard and going to be up day by day. Even you see the volume of papers in the top 10% on top 1%. You see in China, USA, Canada, and Australia, you see China is ranked 1, and then USA, Canada, Australia, and then UE. So you can also find the source from the Springer Nature website. They publish this type of thing every year. As I did my PhD in molecular biology at the Institute of Microbiology, Chinese Academy of Science, here I have some experience on that, because I never do molecular work before in Bangladesh. But here there are many scope for doing myself after joining my PhD. Here you see a lot of weakness in our country, because you know, in the molecular biology research or even very high level research, we don't have the too much fund, or even if you have funds, there are some professors or researchers, they study abroad, but problem is when they come back, sometimes some days later they immigrate to the rich countries because they have some good opportunities there. So we lost them. It's called a brain drain. Even we have the heavy teaching loads. We don't have too much peer review networks. We have the multiple constraints on publications. Many things we facing problem during the molecular biology research, but we have some strength because we have some trained researcher. We have some specialized institute or universities like National Institute of Biotechnology. We have molecular biology laboratory in Dhaka University, Bangladesh Agricultural University, and other university also. We have rich biodiversity in plants, animals, and microorganisms. Even we have the low-cost labor in research, development, and manufacturing. Because the last 2 months ago, when the Chinese professors came, so they observed and they said, okay, there are a huge opportunity to do molecular research here if they provide some fund or maybe providing some joint grants, then it will be nice for this type of things. So we have the opportunity. We have large job facilities in the developed countries, big export potential, the scopes for contract research. So I think the students now who are studying in undergraduate level in our country in different universities, they have the opportunity to go to China for this type of doing this type of research and can contribute to their nations, and also they can also make a fund for making a big research group in collaboration with China. So I think there is a huge opportunity for Bangladeshi students to go to China and doing this type of research. So just for getting master's or PhD scholarship, better if you have focus on research and publications. Actually, in our country, in the bachelor level, there is a less practice on the research and publications. But if you try to do some research and publications, then it will be easy for getting a scholarship from China. And even if you do some practice on different statistical software like R, Python, or bioinformatics, then it will also help you to get your scholarship quickly. And other statistical analysis software, even if you have some communication skills like English or Chinese, then it will be very easy for you for getting this type of scholarship. Even I don't care about the academic results, because I have some experience with my students, because one student who got only 2 point something CGPA, but he got good scholarship in USA only due to have some publications or even some communication skills. So I think academic results is not a matter for getting the scholarship in abroad. So try to get professors or researchers on CAS Institute under UCAS or even best universities in China. I think a lot of teachers and also postdoctoral fellows are working in good universities or institutes in China. So I think they can help by this platform. So I think the Chinese education, we have the many opportunities there. So Chinese government also trying to promote education, cultural exchange, and political cooperation and mutual understanding through Belt and Road initiatives. I think this is a good platform for developing ourselves over time. I think I suggest the students and researchers, academicians, those who are interested to do research with China, I think you can communicate with the professors on your relevant field. Then it is easy to build up your career. And also in our country, most of the, I think, students or even the academician can possible to uplift their positions here. Here's some tips to apply for scholarships. I think everybody knows. For the freshers, you can also follow this procedure, apply as early as possible when announcement, get in contact with the professors, prepare documents carefully, learn some Chinese, then it will be easy for living in China and also for education. There are some important websites you can visit and you can search for that one. You can get easily in different type of scholarship in China. So thanks for everybody. I think the Belt and Road Initiative is a treasure trove, which will surely become a road of dream of both countries. Actually, I think this program is a gathering of some of the brightest minds and most passionate individuals in the relevant fields. Today, we come together not only to exchange ideas, but also to inspire the students and researchers, challenge the conventional thinking and explore the future China and Bangladesh relations. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for patience hearing.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech, and you shared very useful informations among us. Hopefully, our students will be very delighted with this information, and it will be helpful us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now, welcome, sir. Now, let's welcome Muhammad Shariful Islam, PhD candidate at Jingju University in China, to present his proposal. Please welcome Muhammad Shariful Islam.
Thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, you can continue, please.
Respected guest of today's session, the first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China and Bangladesh Relations 2025. Respected professors from Bangladesh and China, organizers, and our all beloved participants in this program. Good evening to all of you. Today, I'm going to present from the economic perspective and the proposal for increasing trades and business. Here is my title of today's proposal: Sustainable Trade and Economic Cooperation between China and Bangladesh, focusing on the Belt and Road Initiative, present scenario and way forwards. This is Muhammad Shariful Islam, PhD candidate, major in Applied Economics, Business School, Jingju University. As we know, that Honorable President of the Republic of China, Xi Jinping, proposed the Belt and Road Initiative back 2013. But we know well that it's actually history backdates. It's back more than 2,000 years. Chinese forefathers, which called the dynasties, established the Silk and Road, which connected Asia, Europe, and Africa, and the Maritime Silk Road, which linked the East and West. The historic Silk Roads, the ultimate objective was, or core principles were peace and collaboration, openness and inclusion, learning from one another, and mutual benefit. This spirit demonstrates Chinese rich traditional culture and serve as the foundation of today's Belt and Road initiatives from the ancient time to till now. Key remarks of Belt and Road initiatives. Based on the Belt and Road initiatives as a historical forward-looking, it originated in China, but its prospects and achievement belongs to the entire globe. Over the last decade, more than 3/4 of the world's country and 32 international organizations have participated in Belt and Road initiatives. It generated about $1 trillion investment, established over 3,000 cooperative projects, and lifted approximately 40 million people out of poverty. It has become a popular global public benefit and a forum for international cooperation. Here is the Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar corridor, started from China through Kunming to Myanmar, then through Bangladesh to Kolkata. And here is the map. Already our professor, respected professor, shows these types of map. The present scenario, China-Bangladesh relationship, focusing on the Belt and Road initiatives. And 1975, 4th October, China and Bangladesh officially established diplomatic relation. Since then, the two nations have always supported each other on issues connecting core interests and major concerns. On October 2016, President Xi Jinping visited Bangladesh and advanced China-Bangladesh relations to a strategic cooperative partnership. The significant visit delineated the trajectory for the advancement of bilateral relations. And Bangladesh stands as the inaugural nation in South Asia is just engaged in the Belt and Road initiatives, the first country in South Asia who joined in Belt and Road initiatives. Here is some key points which I just classified as a present scenario, just reflecting the present scenario. The leaders of both China and Bangladesh have set clear political goals for their relationship. At the time of President's visit, relations between the two countries becoming significantly more stronger. After 3 years, our country's Honorable Prime Minister visited China as a historic trip, and that time they just made agreement for some collaborative works. And the remarkable few are that two countries would work together on trade and investment, the digital economy, and building up the infrastructure, helping with disaster relief and necessary rehabilitation structure, building the 6th and 9th friendship bridges, exporting agricultural goods from Bangladesh, and connecting people directly. Those are the policy connectivity after the visits of Bangladeshi prime ministers in China. Infrastructural connectivity, already our honorable professor mentioned it. So I just think that it's not necessary to repeat. Trade connectivity, China has been Bangladesh's foremost commercial partner for 12 consecutive years. And since Bangladesh admission to Belt and Road initiatives in 2016, the trade already, it's in 2022, $27.8 billion US, which marked as the highest level in the history. According to the most recent trade statistics, you see, it's China and Bangladesh reached in 74.91 billion RMB, yuan. And in terms of dollar, it's 10.3 billion. Financial connectivity, it is now worth 1.3 billion US that China has invested in Bangladesh. And so many companies, Chinese companies, which are operating in whole South Asia, just got license from the Chinese consulate to operate their business activities in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh government's also approved. There are also nearly 700 Chinese funded companies in Bangladesh, which created more than 550,000 jobs. And people-to-people connectivity, over the years, China offered a large number of opportunities for Bangladeshi young people to participate in degree education and also training, diploma programs, language programs. Currently, 50 flights are operating between China and Bangladesh weekly. Nearly 10,000 individuals commute between the two countries weekly. This will significantly enhance personal exchange between the two countries. So there is a scenario, but for sustainable trade and economic relationship in future, I just want to suggest something. I just want to request something as a proposal. Through the concerned diplomatic authority, it is essential to convince the Chinese corporate community to view renewable energy, ICT, logistics centers of Bangladesh as a significant investment sectors. We must explain our commercial interest to them and the priority items for export, which include textiles, cloths, leather, and leather goods, agro-based products, and others, because we know Bangladesh is an agro-based country. So we need to get more opportunity in China to export our agro-based products. And from the textile perspective, RMG sectors, Bangladesh can be considered as the cheapest labor cost oriented. So it is better if we attract more Chinese company to establish garment sector in Bangladesh. Bangladesh booming textile and garments can help in this case. Some other points. In the near future, we are expecting that China will offer Bangladeshi peers additional opportunity for training and degree education, more opportunity, more special and quota-based scholarship for Bangladeshi students in China. It is immense need to ensure flexible and speedy currency exchange system through proper channel for business and other transactions between two countries. Because I think all students are participating here. Many students need to pay some types of tuition fees or need to exchange money here, but it is very difficult to get money from the formal sector, which actually flourish some informal sectors, which are not good for both countries. And the conclusion, the Belt and Road Initiative provides a platform for China to build a society with a shared future for humanity. It has no desire for dominance, to history of interference in other countries' internal affairs, and no elements of expansion and looting. Under the guidance of the Belt and Road Initiatives, China-Bangladesh relationship will undoubtedly achieve new heights and bring in a new era of friendly cooperation. Thank you all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Islam, for your wonderful presentation. For your kind information, all of you, we have more than 100 participation in here. Thank you all for staying with us and listening us. Now, we would like to invite our honorable keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Engineer Mohammad Saifur Rahman, an independent textile education expert from Bangladesh. Professor Rahman will discuss on improving educational cooperation between China and Bangladesh. Please welcome Professor Dr. Engineer Mohammad Saifur Rahman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, please.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, organizers from the Bangladesh-China Youth Student Association, BCYSA, participants, and dear students. I am delighted to speak at this important event, the first Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China-Bangladesh Relations 2025. As an independent education expert from Bangladesh, I believe that education and cultural exchanges are crucial pillars in strengthening the bonds between our two nations. And this forum offers a valuable platform to explore these avenues. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, is not merely a framework for infrastructure and trade. It is a visionary platform for building bridges between cultures, economies, and industries. As we gather here today, we are reminded of the immense potential this initiative holds for transforming education and fostering sustainable practices across borders. Mutual regard and cultural exchange have long existed between China and Bangladesh. Other speakers also spoke on this issue. So today, our collaboration extends beyond traditional boundaries, embracing the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. As an education expert, especially focusing on textile and fashion education, I firmly believe that education is the cornerstone of sustainable development. It is thorough education that we can empower individuals, preserve cultural heritage, and drive innovation in industries such as textile and fashion, among others, which plays a very pivotal role in both our economies. The fashion industry, as previously highlighted by Professor Tao Hui, is a powerful medium for cross-cultural exchange. However, it is also an industry that faces significant environmental and social challenges. To address these challenges, we must integrate sustainable practices into our educational systems. Therefore, I propose that we explore the following educational areas within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. Number 1, joint academic programs. Collaborations between universities in Bangladesh and China can foster exchange program for students and faculty in fields like textile engineering, fashion design, cultural studies, and sustainable business practices. I already have helped in the past establishing numerous collaborations between Wuhan Textile University in China and its counterparts in Bangladesh like Green University, BGME University of Fashion and Technology, Daffodil International University, Southeast University, etc. This will allow students to learn from each other's strengths, develop cross-cultural competencies, and contribute to a global network of experts in sustainable textiles and fashion. Number 2, skills development and vocational training. This area still remain to be given emphasis on. We need to invest in vocational training or internship programs or some sort of apprenticeship programs that equip young people, particularly women, with the skills needed to thrive in the sustainable fashion industry. This includes training in educational crafts, modern manufacturing techniques, sustainable material sourcing, and ethical production practices. Partnerships with Chinese institutions and businesses can provide access to cutting-edge technologies and expertise. Number 3, cultural exchange programs. Beyond fashion, cultural exchange programs can foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of each other's traditions, values, and perspectives. This can include workshops, exhibitions, and joint research projects that explore the rich cultural heritage of both Bangladesh and China. This deeper understanding will lay a strong foundation for collaboration in all other areas. Number 4, digital learning platforms. We can leverage technology to create online platforms that connect students, educators, and industry professionals from both countries. These platforms can facilitate knowledge sharing, collaborative projects, and access to educational resources on sustainable fashion, cultural heritage, and other fields. Number 5, focus on local communities. It is vital that educational initiatives under the BRI should benefit local communities. We must ensure that these programs are accessible to marginalized people, groups, particularly women and rural communities, and that they contribute to our local economic development. I believe that by investing in these educational initiatives, we can empower the next generation of leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs who will drive the sustainable development of textile and fashion industry and strengthen the bonds between Bangladesh and China. This forum is a crucial first step in this journey, and I am eager to contribute to the discussions and collaboration that will emerge from it. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech, and especially for the women, the opportunities is really appreciated, sir. Hopefully, we will work together between two countries. Now, let's welcome Mahabubur Rahman Miraj, master's student at Chongqing University, China, to present his proposal. Please welcome Mahabubur Rahman Miraj.
Hello.
Yes, please, you can continue.
Can everyone see my slide?
Yes, please.
Okay. My name is Mahabubur Rahman Miraj. I'm a graduate researcher in China. I'm researching on machine intelligence and generative AI. And in this forum, I will discuss how machine intelligence and quantum technology can make a sustainable development and help to improve the relationship between China and Bangladesh. China and Bangladesh, they have a long relationship from historically, and both of them, those countries are part of BRI project, and they have a strong economic relationship. And in this part, I will not discuss about economical background. I will totally forward to the technological part. At first, I want to discuss about Chinese sustainable development in AI. Last few years, China make aggressive development in AI, especially focus on generative AI, machine intelligence. In Figure 1, everyone can see the compare between Chinese companies and other foreign companies who are working with AI, making their progress. If you see the Chinese companies, their achievements are more higher and more bigger than any other companies or any other countries. And if we see the figure 2, we can see the Chinese achievement is more than 60% than any other countries or any other part of the world. So it's proved that Chinese companies and China is totally far forward than in AI or machine intelligence in any other countries, not only here. If we see in this year, if we partially compare with Chinese companies, Chinese universities, and Chinese academics, they are also go more far forward based on the artificial intelligence pattern, their research paper, machine intelligence patterns in this side too. And focus on here, their paper and patterns is more higher than any other countries in the world. That's proof that China is significantly improved their development based on machine intelligence AI. Now let's focus on quantum technology. If we compare with quantum technology, in here we can see the figure 5 that compare with Chinese papers and pattern on quantum technology. China also more forward than any other countries in the world. And especially based on the Chinese quantum satellite technology or quantum communication technology is more reliable and more appreciable. As far as all of us know, Bangladesh banking sector, their communication system is not as advanced as need. That's why just 2016 Bangladesh bank hacking, Bangladesh lost many few billions dollars. So in this case, quantum technology can make safe Bangladesh banking sector and communication sector more secure. So if we see, China is the first country in the world, even still the first, who developed the quantum satellites and sent in the space, and who developed quantum communication system from Beijing to Shanghai by fiber cable and quantum satellite system. That can help Bangladesh to change their communication system, especially in banking sector, which can give more safety. Now I will tell some key point how Bangladesh and China can cooperation in this part. As I explained everything so well in my proposal paper, in here I just will only show the keyword. If anyone interested to know more, I request to read my proposal paper. How Bangladesh can, which sector Bangladesh can help: agriculture and food safety, healthcare, disaster management and climate adaptation, smart cities development, cyber security and data privacy, education and human capital development, renewable energy and resource management, water resource management, manufacturing and industry 4.0, transport and logistics, telecommunication and connectivity, e-commerce and digital trade, artificial intelligence for social goods, tourism and cultural provision, financial technology. Now, in this part, I would like to share some challenge. If there is a challenge, there is a big challenge between technological gap and skilled workforce. China have a big technology and they have a big skilled workforce. But if we compare with Bangladesh, although Bangladesh has a large number of population, but their technological infrastructure and their workforce is too limited. So Bangladesh need to develop here, and funding and infrastructure and sharing IP rights, the volunteers and operational defense. And for the future work also suggests some public-private partnership, connectivity, and something on in South Asia, which I already elaborately explained in my proposal paper. Hope everyone can read from there. And here is my presentation at all. I wish Bangladesh and Chinese relationship will develop more far away, and that way my proposal can help to develop in some area. Thanks everyone. Thanks to attend.
You are welcome. Thank you, Mr. Miraj, for your wonderful presentation. Now, we would like to invite our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. Miraj Ahmed, Associate Professor, School of Economics, Guangdong University, China. Dr. Ahmed will discuss on enhancing bilateral cooperation opportunities between China and Bangladesh in the garment industry. Please welcome Dr. Miraj Ahmed.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
And let me share my screen. I'm not sure it's possible. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Sorry, sir. Not yet. It was, but it stopped now. Yes, sir. Now we can see.
Okay, great. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, all of my students, dear colleagues, all of the respected professors, and everyone. It's very nice evening in China, and also I hope in Bangladesh too. It's my honor and pleasure to present my thoughts and views. My name is Dr. Miraj. I currently work in the School of Economics, Guangdong University of Finance and Economics. So today I want to talk about how we can enhance the bilateral cooperation between China and Bangladesh under the BRI in the garment industry. So I think our joint collaborator is Uttar University and the Wuhan Textile University. So probably you have some professionals, and we also have some prominent professors from the garments industry. So let's talk about the global garment industry overview. So we can see that the global apparel market is valued 1.7 trillion, which is 2023, and it's expected to grow at the rate of 4.6% till the 2030. So, and we know that China is the largest textile apparel exporters, and Bangladesh is the second largest exporters, contributing 84% of the total exports and 45 billion in 2023. So we know that the potential for Bangladesh and China in the garment industry is huge. There is no nothing to talk about this one. And let's see about the current trade relationship. The trade volume in Bangladesh imports the 6 billion worth of textile and machinery annually from China. And China is Bangladesh the largest trading partner, as was saying by the other professors and others presenters today. The key factors for this Bangladesh RMG sectors, it employs 4.5 million workers, which are 80% of them are women. And the Chinese garment industry employs over the 10 million workers. It's also the global leader in the textile innovations. So we know that the China is leading and Bangladesh in the second positions, but we also know that so many industries from China is moving to the Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, also in Bangladesh. So there is a huge prospect for Bangladeshi garments industries, relocating the textiles or the RMG sectors industries due to the Bangladesh strategical or maybe the demographic locations, also the cheap labors and other technological advancements. So here I want to talk about some of the opportunities for the collaborations. As we know that the China is getting more expensive nowadays, so there is a possibility of the technological transfers between China and Bangladesh. So probably the China's advanced technology automations, AI, IoT, that can help the Bangladesh improve the efficiency. For example, I know that Shenzhen Infinite Textile, I know some Bangladeshi people working in China, in Shenzhen, and also some other people who are working, also other garments industries in Wenzhou, Suzhou, some other cities in China. So Chinese companies, they can also help to skill the development under the joint collaboration program BGMEA and also the CNTAC. This is called the Chinese National Textile and Apparel Council. For example, the H&M, we know that the Swedish companies has initiated the skill development program in Bangladesh and Chinese for the technical support. So these two countries can mutually share their knowledge into joint training programs and sustainable practices. Then they can also do collaboration on the green manufacturing and the circular economic initiatives. And we know that in Bangladesh, there are so many green factories for the garments industries. So we are also the leader in the green or the sustainable development in the green manufacturing. So I think there is still possibility for the cooperation between these two countries. For example, the Shein, China and H&M are working together in Bangladeshi suppliers to adopt the eco-friendly practices. There is also investment in infrastructures, like the Chinese investments. Like for Bangladesh, we know that we have like SEGs, like Bangladesh Special Economic Zones, and we also have the 100 special economic zones, and few are allocated for Chinese investors. So I think the Chinese economic zone and Chinese investors, they can probably come to Bangladesh and invest in the garments industry. So here are some fashion industries for Chinese fashion industries. I'm sorry for my the Chinese word. So we know that there are some very famous brands like Li-Ning and also the Anta, also the Bosidang, also some of the Zender Zhou and also the Duanjin. So these are the very famous brand in China. So probably they can cooperate with the Bangladeshi brands. And Bangladeshi brands, we know that we also have some huge Bangladeshi brands like the Arong, the Rong, the Yolo. So they are also doing very good in South Asian market, also especially in Bangladeshi market. So I believe that if these two countries, the fashion brands, they can collaborate with each other and they can be the market leaders in the Asia and also in the future in the foreign countries. So The mutual benefit, I hope that if we do for the under the BRI projects, if there is mutual benefit, the Bangladesh can be advanced in technologies for the machineries to improve the productivity, and it can increase the export capacity and diversify into the high value products. It can create more than 5 lakh new jobs by 2030 through the joint ventures. For China, it can be expansion of into the South Asian growing market. Bangladesh GDP can grow until the 6.5% in 23. So we know that it's a big market, and Bangladesh is a 180 million population is there. So of course, it's a very lucrative market for Chinese brands. And even from Chinese brands, also they can go through the Bangladesh to go to the India, go to the Pakistan, also the hugely densely populated countries. So there is a huge benefit for the China as well. They can also diversify the supply chains to reduce the dependency on the Western market and also strengthen the diplomatic ties under the Belt and Road initiatives. Of course, there are some challenges. We know that there is nowadays countries like Vietnam, India, and other garment exporting countries, they are also coming up. So there is also a huge competitions. But I think that if the first and second, like China and Bangladesh, they cooperate each other, they can beat India, they can beat the Vietnam, and they have some strategical advantages for these things. For the environmental concerns, we know that nowadays Chinese government is very much strict, and also the environmental concerns. So nowadays, the garment industry and the major contribution for the pollution and waste. There are also some solution for these challenges to negotiate the preferential trade agreements. Nowadays, also the China gives some free trade for the Bangladeshi exporters, so Bangladesh can use this one. They also have some joint ventures like Yongon Corporation from South Korea and the Luthe Textile from China in Bangladesh. So it also be mutual benefit for these both countries. And they can also adapt the sustainable practices like the waterless dyeing and also the recycled fabrics. So I think the China is they also use the AI technologies and very advanced technology in garments industries. So even there are some challenges, I believe that both countries can do some mutual cooperations and try to solve this kind of problems. I know that there are some case studies that for successful collaborations like H&M from the Sweden, the sources from both Chinese and Bangladeshi suppliers, promoting the cross-border or cross-country collaborations. There are like PVH corporations, who's the owner of Calvin Klein and the Tommy Hilfiger. They works in Bangladeshi factories with the Chinese machineries. So what lesson we have learned from here, these kind of cases, successful cases like H&M and the PVH. So policy support. So Bangladesh export policy to 22-24 encourage the FDI in technology transfers. And there are long-term partnerships like the Anta sports brand, very famous sports brand in China nowadays, and also the Li-Ning, also very famous sports brands. They're exporting the joint venture in Bangladesh. So nowadays, even as far I know, the Chinese brands like Anta or the Meters Bonoi or the Bosidang, they are also outsourcing from Bangladesh, also from other countries. So I think in future, probably this kind of companies, they can enhance or they can expand their manufacturing facilities in Bangladesh. So that will be also beneficial for both of the countries. So there are some recommendations from my side for this government and the industry stakeholders. From the governments, the government can simply trade policies and reduce the tariff under the China-Bangladesh Free Trade Agreement. And also it can provide the incentives for the FDI in garment industry or garment manufacturing technology transfers. For the industry stakeholders, it can also foster the R&D collaborations between the Chinese tech firms like Huafu, like the Taxhong or the Bangladeshi manufacturers, and also can promote the sustainable certifications like GOTS, which is called a Global Organic Textile Standards, and the BSCI, the Business Social Competitive Compliance Initiatives. So I believe that if this kind of policies, of course, in the market, both of the countries, they can take sustainable measures to address these recommendations, or maybe they have even much more better policies in the recommendations. So I believe that if the government and the stakeholders, they come forward, and it will be mutually benefited for both of these countries, because we know that the China is a very busy market leader, and Bangladesh, number one, garments industry, the number one for exporting, and it contributes almost more than 20 to 30% of our GDP. So we know that how crucial for us, for Bangladesh, to enhance or cope up with the situation or adapt the new technologies in the garments industries. So at conclusions or the keynotes I want to take that the garments industry is a key driver for economic growth in Bangladesh, also for in China. So if these two countries can collaborations, it can unlock more than 10 billion additional trade values by the 2030s. Most of the things I think that both of the countries, they should focus on technologies, sustainability, skill development for the long-term success. And the government and businesses, they must work together to formalize the partnership and invest in innovations. So yeah, that's all from my side, that I still believe and I still wish that both of the countries, they will be very successful in future to collaborating each other in the garments industry and the knitwear or the garments related industries. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. If you have still any questions or any recommendations or any question, you can ask me or send me an email. Thank you very much. And it's my pleasure to join everyone. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech and your valuable information. And I would like to thank once again our participations for patiently waiting and staying with us and enjoying this forum. Now, let's welcome our last presenter, Mohammad Al-Amin Milan, PhD candidate at Tsinghua University in Beijing, to present his proposal. Please welcome Mohammad Al-Amin Milan.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Today, I will discuss on higher education in China, research and career opportunities. I am Al-Amin Milan, PhD Fellow, Tsinghua University. So this session, I will cover education system in China, higher study and research opportunity, career in China after graduation, and action plan for Bangladesh government. Chinese education system, including preschool education, primary education, secondary education, and tertiary education. In 2024, a record-breaking 13.42 million students participated in the Gaokao Chinese National College entrance examination. China has around 3,000 higher education institutions, including universities, colleges, and vocational institutions. They offer bachelor, master's, and PhD program. China has C9 universities. These universities are associated with academic excellence and highly selective admission, and they are also known as the Chinese Ivy League. Project 211 and Project 985 aims to strengthen the Chinese university and enhance their global competitiveness. In 2019, these two projects were merged into Double First Class initiative focusing on world-class universities and disciplines. Double First Class universities category A are expected to achieve the world-class status across all disciplines, and Double First Class disciplines universities focused on achieving world-class excellence in selected academic disciplines. The top-tier institutions like Tsinghua University and Peking University receive around 3 to 5 billion yuan annually. On the other hand, mid-tier universities or those focused on specific disciplines likely receive funding in the range of 500 million to 1 billion yuan per year. The World University Ranking 2024, China has 7 universities in top 10, showcasing the Chinese academic excellence in global platform. China is the global research leader with 7 out of 10 research institutes in Nature Index being Chinese. Chinese universities and research institution offers different type of scholarship for international students, including Chinese government scholarship, provincial scholarship, university presidential scholarship, ANSO, global talent program, university scholarship, and other scholarship. All scholarships cover tuition, accommodation, health insurance, and also provide handsome monthly stipend for international students. Career in China after graduation. After graduation, a graduate can stay in China for further study or employment or business, or they can go to other countries because they have better academic background, a strong alumni network, and excellent language skill. Chinese universities and research institutions offer fellowship to distinguished scientists, visiting scientists, postdoctoral, or expert for research opportunities in China. Nowadays, China is not only a global research hub, but also an excellent destination for international business and job opportunities. Because half of the top 20 science cities are now in China: Beijing, Shanghai, Nanjing, Shenzhen, and so on. Like Shanghai, Shanghai is called the global financial center with 700 billion GDP. On the other hand, Shenzhen is called the China tech capital with 500 billion GDP and home to Huawei, Tencent, and tech startups. So Bangladesh government can develop a centralized system to monitor Bangladeshi students in China and link them with research and job opportunities. Host seminar, workshop, and counseling to inform students about scholarship and career prospects. Set up government-backed Mandarin Center to easy student adaptation and enhance embassy support for scholarship, internship, and industry networking. And finally, research partnership foster joint research with Chinese institutions to promote knowledge and sharing. China offers world-class education, research, and career opportunities. I hope this inspires you to explore these possibilities. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Milan, for your excellent presentation. Now, we would like to invite our honorable keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Gaur Gobindo Goswami, Pro Vice Chancellor of Uttara University in Bangladesh. Professor Goswami will discuss on international trade and economic cooperation. Please welcome Professor Dr. Gaur Gobindo Goswami.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You can continue, sir.
And can you see the slide?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir. Visible now.
Okay. So I wanted to give a presentation on trade, but I thought that I'm in the later part of the presentation, so I should say something about my experience with China, correct? And
Yes.
our university matters, and then I will come back and present my research part very briefly.
Sure.
So, ni hao, good evening to all my distinguished guests, colleagues, and my dear students. And I would like to show special thanks to Professor Dr. Tao Hui, Dean School of Fashion Technology, Wuhan Textile University, and our Dean, Dr. Sultanul Islam, Uttara University, and especially the person who has arranged this communication, Mr. Taufir Shubo, currently a faculty member of Uttara University in the Department of Fashion Design and Technology. So I would like to thank all of you for this evening, for this fantastic presentation, because I have heard all those presentations very minutely, and I have seen that all the presentations have good outcomes in terms of collaboration between Bangladesh and China. So I had the chance to visit China in 2015 while I worked in the largest private university in Bangladesh. North-South University. With my family, I have visited China. It was in Yunnan University, Kunming. So that is my first and only visit in China. And now what I have seen in China. So that is very important for a foreigner, outsider. Because before visiting China, I was quite dark about China, how it looks like, how the people look like, and what will be the cultural bondage, how we can move forward. But that was an invitation from Confucius Institution, and we were leading a delegate as the treasurer of North-South University, and I was a professor of economics also. And it was a fantastic experience from my part. And my family members also started learning some Mandarin in Yunnan, but I could not. I just remember ni hao, that's all. But China is a good country because of its size, influence, and modesty. Culturally, we are very close, and Chinese people are very warm towards foreigners. And we still remember their hospitality, friendliness, and easygoing behavior. So these are the things, flexibility, which is known as flexibility. China has combined socialist system with market system very nicely, with market-friendly approach. And it is a very strong manufacturing country where we have visited many industries and learned many things from practical perspectives, which will be useful for our future. And our dean has already mentioned about our university. I won't repeat him. I would like to say only few words about our fashion design and technology department. It is one of the most vibrant department at Uttara University, the fastest growing private university in Bangladesh. And compared to last semester, in this semester, 2.5 times higher enrollment in fashion design and technology due to the collaborative initiative and activities of our faculty members and drive of our students, because they organize very nice fashion shows. I had the chance to attend many of them, and I found them this is world-class fashion show. And their laboratory facilities are also very good in fashion department. And side by side, our textile department is also very good. So these are the things regarding Chinese graduates from Chinese universities. Why I hire Chinese PhDs or master's holders? Because of two reasons. One is they are very hardworking, sincere, honest. And second thing is they are good in technology, and they go through lot of coursework during PhD program. So which is very useful, because I have done my PhD from United States more than 20 years back from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. I have seen that if the coursework is strong, then students learning or faculty members learning becomes very sustainable. So these are the few words that I wanted to share before presenting my part. The title of my today, actually I have started working on BRI back in 2019, when I went back from top management at North-South University. But I joined Uttara University in 2024 as the Pro-Vice Chancellor. But still I am working on BRI, RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Program, and published papers in top-ranking journal. And one of those that is very important and highly cited is published in The Chinese Economy back in 2021. That paper was the showing the impact of institutional factors in enhancing or affecting the trading relationships of China with respect to 132 trading partners, starting from 1984 to 2015 data, and using gravity model. And I found that not the governance failure, but the perception towards China is having some constraint in enhancing trade opportunities between China and ASEAN and MENA countries. China with MENA and ASEAN countries. But this one, the thing that I'm going to present today is very much about Bangladesh under the umbrella of BRI. Okay, so this is just a running project that I am currently working on. I will just present it very briefly if you allow me. So this is the structure of the Belt Road initiative, but I won't go through because many of the presenters have already presented it. I will just talk about the methodological side and result of my project. As of 2023, 151 countries have joined the initiative after signing MOU, and Bangladesh has formally joined BRI initiative in 2016. BRI is expected to bring financial integration and regional connectivity to member countries and have impact on member countries' trade, infrastructure, investment, and regional connectivity. This paper examines whether the BRI matters for Bangladesh trade enhancement with her trading partner countries within the framework of BRI. So this is the main objective. So I am skipping the literature part because it will take your valuable time and you are already tired of listening to many fabulous presentations. So that's why I'm skipping the literature part. So in the literature part, I will just only talk about the gap. So that means the things that has not been done in this area. After reviewing all the literature, it can be observed that there has been no study regarding the impact of BRI on the trade enhancement of Bangladesh using a gravity model framework. This paper will address this research gap and examine the impact using the gravity model framework. Okay, so this is the research gap. Methodology, the study adopts augmented gravity model to study the impact of BRI on foreign trade of Bangladesh. Okay, and you know that gravity model is very important in physics, and gravity model actually is very popular in showing the relationship, and it has been inducted in international trade literature by Tinbergen many years back. Then for a long time it was not very popular, but in recent time it has become very popular. And in modern era, people are also trying to extend gravity model with network modeling using social network model. Okay, so I'm skipping this part and also skipping this part due to time constraint. So in gravity model, the trade enhancer is basically economic size of the countries, and the constraint or things which hinders trade flow is distance. But here we will show how the effective distance changes through BRI connectivity and how it positively impacts the Bangladeshi trade with her trading partners. So we use this gravity model. I have used three dependent variables, that means three models. In one model, we have used total trade flow, log of total trade flow. And the second model we have used export value of export, log of value of export. And in third model, we have used log of value of import. So basically total trade, then export, then import. And the control variables are population in domestic country, partner country, GDP in domestic and partner, distance, WTO membership, FTA, PTA, common language. These are basically the dummy variables. So all the components of the model are discussed, but only thing that we are going to examine is baseline days pre-BRI and days post-BRI. So that means before BRI, what is the baseline coefficient, and after BRI, what is the baseline, what is the coefficient. If the coefficient size increases, then we can say that BRI leads to trade enhancement, and if the sign is statistically significant and positive. So I am skipping this part, and we did it at HS2 level, product level. So basically we are having 3 dimensions in the model: product dimension, time dimension, and Bangladeshi partner dimension. Okay, so basically it's a 3-dimensional panel data. Okay, so next. So in baseline scenario, now let us see the result. Days required pre-BRI, the coefficient is 0.028, but days required after BRI 0.562. And you see that it has significantly increased and with 3 stars. So that means that in baseline scenario, that means without changing the existing trade and road and sea connectivity, without changing the existing connectivity, just by joining BRI, so it is having a positive impact. And if we used efficient corridor management, then the impact is even bigger, 0.559. So plus. So this is for total trade. And upper bound scenario, we have discussed the baseline or lower bound, now the upper bound. In upper bound scenario also 0.028 to 0.298, so substantially higher. And also efficient corridor management, so that means through changing the or modifying the routes. So that means that in terms of trade flow, it is trade enhancing through BRI for Bangladesh. But in export side, you see that it is negative, both by creating new connectivity or through the existing connectivity. So that means that our Bangladeshi export has less prospect for increment through BRI. And this has been evident from presentation from other scholars that I have seen tonight. Now let us see the also both for export, lower bound, upper bound, both of them are insignificant or negative. But how about the import side? In import side, it is substantially trade enhancing. So this is the import result, 0.028 to 0.562, and you see that this is also very encouraging. So from import side, this is the existing scenario. So that means lower bound. In upper bound, let us see the enhancement is still there. So that means that we can easily conclude that if we join BRI, then our import side will be more and more strengthened. But in terms of our export prospect, the result is not very encouraging. So this is my research findings using the gravity model framework. So in conclusion, I would like to say that if we consider trade flow as a combined summation of export and import flow, then total trade flow is enhancing. So that means BRI is beneficial to the trade enhancement of Bangladesh. So this was my brief presentation, and thank you very much for your patience. So we would like to collaborate more and more with Wuhan Textile University and other top universities of China. We have strong relationship and cultural ties with China. In future, our university, Uttara University, is planning to set up Confucius Institute and other collaborative activities. I would like to request all the stakeholders to support us and come forward to help us. And please give us good number of international students and faculty members who have skill in fashion design, technology, and textile. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. Good night. Bye-bye.
You're most welcome, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech and nice presentation. It was really helpful for us.
Thank you.
I would like to welcome, sir. I would like to thank once again the participants. It's almost 100 plus, and who were unable to join due to the technical limitations. We are very sorry for that. And thank you all the professors and presenters and also the participants who were still with us and listening us patiently. Now we are at the end of our program. Now I would like to request the Honorable President of BCYSA, Muhammad Janatul Arif, for his concluding speech. Please welcome Muhammad Janatul Arif.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone for joining BCYSA First Belt and Road Forum for the Advancement of China and Bangladesh Relations 2025. A special thanks to our respected professors and presenters from both Bangladesh and China. Your presence and support truly mean a lot to us. We are delighted to see so many students and scholars from both countries participating today. Bangladesh China Youth Student Association has been working tirelessly to strengthen the bond between Bangladesh and China. Our mission is to foster cultural exchange, academic collaboration, and broader cooperation between our two nations. BCYSA also play an active role in showcasing Bangladesh's rich culture and heritage to the people of China by organizing various culture and educational events throughout the year. As part of this ongoing effort, we have organized this forum for the first time. This initiative reflects our commitment to promoting dialogues and collaboration between the two nations. I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to our co-organizer, Wuhan Textile University, Uttara University, and Exim Bank Agriculture University Bangladesh for their invaluable support. A special thanks to our media partner, Asker Potrika, for helping us share this important event. Your participation and encouragement inspire us to continue building meaningful connections. We look forward to future collaboration and more initiatives that bring Bangladesh and China even closer together. Once again, thank you all for being part of this event. Good night. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Janatul Arif, for your concluding speech and appreciation. I'd like to thank once again everybody, the professors, honorable professors, and the presenters, and also the most important participants. Thank you all for joining us today and contributing to the success of this program. Special thanks to our estimated keynote speakers for their valuable insights. Your presence has truly made this event meaningful. Let's continue to work together to strengthen the relationship between Bangladesh and China, fostering collaboration, understanding, and growth. Not only that, this is the first initiative. Hopefully, we will arrange this type of forum once again. and we want to welcome everyone like this forum will enjoy and join with us and gather knowledge and information through this forum. Thank you all. Thanks once again. This is the end of our program. Hopefully, we will meet again soon in another forum. And still then, stay with the BCYSA and stay safe. Goodbye, everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Allah
Thank
Hafiz.
you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Professor.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for
Thank you,
joining us.
everyone.
Welcome
Bye-bye.
to
Thank
China.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Dr. Safir sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Hopefully we'll meet again or another program.
Inshallah.
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 Expect.
Yeah, we want to
Thank
more
you all.
collaborative work
Bye-bye.
together.
This is a wonderful forum.
Thank you, Dr. Toy, for a nice word and nice
Welcome to
presentation.
Wuhan. Welcome to Wuhan.
Hopefully we'll there soon.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, and all the professors. and
Please
participants.
share and send this record video, please, for our more benefit.
Please follow our Facebook page. We will upload our video soon.
Which Facebook page?
Bangladesh China Youth Student Association. Just search on Facebook. Then you will get it.
Can you share this link?
Yeah, definitely.
Our
Please
setting
someone
yes.
share our Facebook
Please send.
page. Ji, thank you. Okay. Now our program end. So for today, goodbye. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.